extreme disappointment at the recent announcement regarding raids of families who have entered the United States in the recent year. We express our disappointment in light of the fact that this is a growing refugee crisis, that these individuals fleeing Central America are fleeing situations of violence. It's not a matter simply of economic necessity, but a matter of life or death for many of the families that we see and speak to, and critically, situations in which their own governments are unable or unwilling to protect these families. These governments are failed states in that they cannot protect the families from the rampant violence that is taking place in these countries. Instead of recognizing these families as legitimate asylum seekers, refugees coming to the United States, the administration has approached the situation as one of streamlined deportation from the outset. The system was set up so that families would be an example of deterrence and why folks should not come to the United States. Instead, we continue to see families coming because the situation in their countries are so dire that they make these choices to leave their countries to save their own children.
This time last year, immigrant families were getting ready to apply for DAPA and expanded DACA. Now, 1 year later, instead of hope, our communities are feeling fear that their families will again face separation, and thousands of vulnerable children and parents who came to the U.S. seeking safety face being returned to danger. As the Obama administration enters its final year in office, will these raids and the 2 million more deportations that happened under his term be Obama's legacy for immigrants? Given the humanitarian crisis that's driving Central American families to the U.S., we should be providing leadership and relief, not deportations. ICRR, along with our national allies, are developing a set of policy recommendations for the administration, which would include expanding temporary protective status to individuals in the United States from Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala. The conditions in El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras more than justify a current temporary protective status designation. We also believe there should be an expansion of the refugee program and a review of current programs like the Central American Minors Program. In the meantime, we will continue to organize and fight senseless deportations and to continue to educate our communities on their rights.